So, so when I talk about data science, right? So data science people usually, most of the people, when I interact with them, they consider data science as a technology, which is not correct. So data science is a field which can be like used in any field and any domain, and that will help you to extract some meaningful information by using some set of processes and systems or tools, and that will give some basic insights on the data which is in the raw data. The data will be in various forms nowadays. If you see, like the data can be either structured format or unstructured format, semi-structured, quasi-structured. These kind of data is very common nowadays. Structured, I hope you might have heard about databases. A database table is a structured format, rows and columns. An Excel sheet is also a structured format. So this kind of data we can easily go and analyze, because I can go to database and I can run some SQL statements, right? Which is like most of the people do nowadays. But I want to do even in Excel also, I have some functions. But what if I want to go and analyze the data like in deep? I want to go and analyze the data and predict something in future. Then I need to depend on data science. And also some other data nowadays also coming like unstructured also. Unstructured means like images, videos, documents, voice. Even people are considering even these format also as a data, and that too people call them as unstructured data. If at all I want to analyze documents, I need to depend upon in data science, I need to depend upon natural language processing called NLP, text mining. To go and analyze videos, I need to depend upon deep learning, like neural networks kind of algorithms. So like that, every format has its own approach to analyze, and every data may not be ready data. We need to go and analyze that, because the data will be in various forms, and every form has its own way of like approach, and where we need to go and use the specific kind of tools here in data science to analyze them and get some knowledge from that. So to achieve that in data science, we have statistics which we use as a like a analysis. Data mining is one of the important process which we do use to mine our data, which is in various formats. It can be structured data or semi-structured data and quasi-structured data or unstructured data. Any kind of data can be mined by using the tools in data science. Like Python is one of the tool which people commonly use. And any idea about semi-structured data by any chance? Nauru, by any chance?
I'm not aware of the semi-structured data.
Unstructured data, yeah, okay. Semi-structured data is nothing but you might have heard about XML files or JSON files. These are like usually come up in the big data side. XML is also one kind of structured data, but very like not purely structured. It is a semi-structured, partially structured. So some companies, some clients will send the data in the form of XML, or some companies will send in the form of JSON, which is a having a predefined semi-structured format. Like you might have heard about Python dictionary. Have you heard about dictionary by any chance? Get it?
No, sorry.
Okay. So dictionary is a data structure in Python. So your JSON format document or file will be looks like almost like a dictionary. So some companies nowadays sending the data in the form of JSON also, and some companies they are also using like other formats like Avro, ORC, which are very new formats in the data side, in especially in big data. So as a data scientist, I should be able to analyze any kind of data. Correct, right? I cannot go and say like I cannot go and analyze if it is a unstructured data. But our responsibility as a data scientist is to analyze any kind of data in very kind of form. And there is one more form called quasi-structured. Quasi-structured means if you go and visit any website like Amazon, your activities will be tracked by Amazon website or any website if you log in a log file, which is called a weblog file, also called as clickstream data. This clickstream data will have the information about your activities in that website, which pages you visited, which for example, Amazon, which pages you visited, which products you selected, and which categories you clicked. All this will be captured in a log file in the background. Why they will do that is they will try to understand which products you are interested by looking at that particular clickstream data, and accordingly you will receive some recommendations also, right? If you go to any like Amazon or any website, if you go and click on some kind of products, you will also get some recommendations. How many times you experienced that? My question. Many times, right? When you buy any product, before going to pay your amount, before going to the cart, they will send some recommendations, right? To buy two or more other products also, you can buy together like that.
Yeah.
Anytime so that will happen because of a recommendation engine which is in machine learning. A recommendation algorithm, machine learning algorithm. Every data science project will involve one or more ML algorithms or AI algorithms. So recommendation engine is also an algorithm which will be assigned to your user, and which whenever you go and visit any page, they will analyze your data and they will send you some recommendations based on your activities in the website. Not only Amazon, every company is doing nowadays. Even every bank is doing that. Product wise, if you selected any product to review, so automatically they will send up some recommendations. So this is one of the area where most of the companies are utilizing nowadays in the market to reach out the customer. Earlier it was like customer to business. Now it is business to customer. Every business is coming to customer and reaching out the customer. So data science will become famous because of this kind of like use cases. Example one is like recommendation systems. Also, the data science got fame only after big data came into picture. If you go and see, data science become very famous after 2010 only. If you remember, before that there was data science there, but not that much famous because every company was using the data and they were only analyzing and only they were ending up with the dashboard development. Never ever any company invested more on how to go and predict the future. This predicting the future activities have been started only after big data came into picture, only after data volume got increased and variety got increased. Only after you see, if you go and see, majority of the companies, the motivation for data science is the data growth. If you see till 2010, there was no that much data growth. Data was only people used to deal with databases, and people used to like analyze the data which is in databases, and people sometimes use ETL tools like Informatica to perform ETL activities on the databases and create a data warehouse. But after 2010, there was a high data growth. Any reason for that? Anybody know? What is the reason for high data growth after 2010?
Because of the digitization of the data.
Correct. And also social media. Correct, right?
Yes.
Majority social media websites have been invented after 2010, including Facebook, all these companies, LinkedIn, every company. If you go to Facebook itself or Twitter itself, everybody will have a mobile, everybody will have an account, and they will go and upload the videos, images, documents, everything. Since every document or video consumes so much amount of space, ultimately the data growth has been increased very high. Within a span of 2 years, the data has been grown like anything. Data moved from terabytes to petabytes to zettabytes also. And every company after this big data came into picture, there are so many data companies have been also started. Like Nelson is one data company, Morningstar, WorldCheck. All these companies' business is data collection. They do collect the data from different sources, like they collect from the government sectors, medical like field, they collect from internet, from many different sources they collect the data, and they will try to aggregate that data. They try to combine, integrate the data, and finally, after the data has been brought into one form, they will even sell the data to the customers. There will be data buyers will be there. If you might have observed, like some banks, they will come and reach out directly and they will ask and offer some products. But we don't even have a clue how they got our numbers. Correct, right? They'll buy the data. customer data. They'll buy the customer data from these companies and they will try to reach out the customers and they will try to offer some products. Banking sector or telecom sector, they buy this kind of data to increase their business by adding or acquiring new customers. So most of the data, whatever you can see here, that has been generated after 2010, and data science also have been got motivated after this only. Many devices came into picture in the market, like cell phone, GPS, MP3 players. You can also see like ATMs, like cable boxes, and point of sale readers, credit card readers. Many different video surveillance. All these became the high data growth. The reason for high data growth, I can say. And data also, if you see, most of the data, like before 2010, there was a architecture for data science where people were only focusing on dashboard development using ETL data warehouses, and a little data science was there, but only on the databases. People used to leverage the data in the databases, and they used to implement very limited data science activities. Whenever the data growth has been increased, the drivers of main big data, as I mentioned, medical field has been grown like anything because they generated so many scanning reports. Digitalization, as you mentioned, everybody have a scanning report, that too in a digital format, and everybody will upload a video or image or a document into the internet. Video surveillance companies also have been grown like anything. They go and monitor the suspicious people, and they will tag the suspicious people in their video surveillance. Mobile devices also became very high reason for data growth, because everybody will have mobile text messages will be there, phone calls, phone call recordings, application usage. Everybody will use so many applications, and mobile device became one of the reason. And the smart devices also have been like invented after 2010, like electric meters. If you would have seen some electric meters, right? They will generate some data. They will go and store some data. They will send a notification on a particular threshold. Even in UK, you will find so many so everybody is having smart meters now, which will go and generate some kind of text messages. And there are some non-traditional IT devices like GPS trackers, RFID devices, credit card readers. These are also main reason for data growth. All these are drivers of big data. On top of the big data, we got even data science activities became very high. Every company started leveraging their own data, and they started building data science applications. They want to leverage their company's data, and they want to get benefit of that and increase the revenue. The main motivation for every data company to implement data science is to increase the revenue with their company's data. How to increase the revenue? That is where data scientists will come into picture. Every data scientist responsibility is to leverage the company's data and bring some insights and increase the company's revenue and help the company to grow and increase their profit. And even drivers of big data, as I mentioned, in 90s, if you see, most of the data in 90s was only RDBMS, like databases and data warehouse, and the data was only in terabytes. In 2000s, right, the data has been grown because of digitalization, as you mentioned, like MS Office, like PDFs, many different digitalization came, and automatically the data have been moved to petabytes. In 2010 onwards, as I mentioned, many different social media companies have been invented. Like YouTube is one of the biggest source of big data. Everybody will upload a video, and every video size will be very bigger, and automatically and ultimately the data has been grown into exabytes after that, and now it is more than that. In 2024, you can see like the big data size, like the whole world's data size will be in huge size compared to 2010 and now. And when I talk about types of data, we already discussed about structured, semi-structured, quasi-structured, and unstructured. And structured, you already know, which I discussed about, like RDBMS and CSV files majorly, where if at all I want to implement data science on structured data, I usually go with the database tables and pull the data and we'll apply some data science on that, or CSV files or Excel files, and I'll use or load the data into Python, and then using pandas or other tools, and we'll go and analyze the data using the Python functions. And coming to like semi-structured data, XML file. So XML file usually will looks like something like this. You might have seen already, but you may have no clue on that. Let me show you how a XML file looks like. The XML file data will be looks like this. Kathy, did you see this kind of file anytime?
It looks quite similar to HTML in a way.
Yeah, looks like HTML, but it is a next level. Like, yeah, you're right. But this is XML tags. Whatever you are able to see here, this is called XML tag. Similar to HTML, but this is a like XML. So some companies share the data in this format. So as a data scientist, I should be able to load this data into Python, and I should be able to even analyze this data. Got it?
Yes.
Yeah, and we have like a JSON format as well. JSON will be something like this. JSON format will be something. Example, I will show you. It will be looks like something like this, and you will have like something like, you can see like this. This is the JSON format. You have a key and value, column and value, and this column have multiple, again one more like nested JSON it is called as. Again key and value, members. These are all the members information, first name, last name, like that. So some companies will share the data, sharing the data nowadays in JSON format too. And Python pandas have many functions to load JSON data. Have a function. We have like a function to load XML data. Excel have a function. Every file format have a function in pandas. That is what the power of Python. So Python have so many packages which can help us to manage any kind of data. So when I talk about data scientist, means a data scientist should be able to analyze any kind of data. I hope that is clear.
Yes, thank you.
Okay, yeah. Now that is about semi-structured data, and quasi-structured data is nothing but clickstream data. So clickstream data means, when I mentioned like when I log into any website, example, I clicked on this website, for example. This is something like help.rapid7.com. This website also will track what I did here in the background. They will capture in a weblog file, and whatever the pages I visited, they will track that. Even Amazon also will track it, whatever you do. And when I click on any product, maybe I clicked on a electronic category, I clicked on a laptop. So they will understood that based on my activities or actions, I am interested in laptops. They will try to send recommendations related to laptops. So in that way, they will try to find out or understand the customer, what the customer need and customer behavior, their website. So that is called quasi-structured data. So quasi-structured data also may not be available here. Structured data. Example. Not be available here, but maybe I need to find out that. But quasi-structured will be like also will have some kind of like weblog file. So it can be something like,
if you type clickstream data, it will give you the example.
Maybe you're right. Clickstream data, you're right. So clickstream data also is one example. Maybe you're right. Clickstream example, yeah. Maybe this is one of the example. So which event time, and it will give you like most of the clickstream data will be looks like something like this also. This is an example of clickstream data. You can see here. So this will be captured by every website. Every website will capture that. So this data sometimes you need to analyze. You need to analyze and you need to give some recommendations on what the customer is like interested. These kind of activities, usually a data scientist day-to-day responsibilities will be like analyzing this kind of data and capture it and load into a Python environment, and they need to analyze by using some kind of ML algorithms, and they should also predict something if required. Okay, so this is like how you need to deal with the quasi-structured, and we also have finally unstructured data, which is basically like videos, images, and documents, and PDFs and voice. All these will fall under unstructured data, which we need to even deal with sometimes if required. And some questions which I found, which I'll get from some participants is like, is BI data science both are same? No. BI is nothing but business intelligence, whereas data science is like more than that. The business intelligence can only answer what was happened in the past. Maybe by looking at my, for example, I have last month sales. I can go and say what were the sales last month, and I can compare with current month sales. I can build a dashboard for that. But coming to data science, by leveraging the last month or current month sales, I should be able to predict next month sales. That is what data science is. Data science can answer what could happen. For example, I have a manufacturing company, and so if I talk about like business intelligence, I can go and say which missions went down last month, maybe mission 10 and mission 15. And coming to data science, I should be able to predict which missions may go down next month. Maybe I'll say after my ML model predicted that mission 15 and mission 20. This is what data science. Data science will predict what will be going to happen in future, and we can take an appropriate action proactively. We can take the decisions. So that is what the difference between business intelligence and data science. And we also have different types of analytics available in the data science, which is called, the first one is called descriptive analytics, and second one is called like predictive analytics, and third one is called prescriptive analytics. So descriptive analytics is nothing but describing the data by using some aggregation and data mining methods, and we should answer what has happened in the past. As I mentioned, what are the machines went down last month in our manufacturing example? That is descriptive analytics. And coming to predictive analytics, it will help us by to answer what could happen by leveraging some statistical algorithms and forecast methods, and will understand the data and predict what could happen in future. Maybe which missions will go down next month. And based on that, maybe I concluded mission 15 and 20 will go down because of some defective products. Then I'll go and send a notification to the vendor to come and replace the defective products in advance, so that those missions will not go down next month. So we are taking an action after we predicted. And prescriptive analytics is more than predictive, which will help you to take an action, what action to be taken after I predicted. Maybe I predicted 15 to 20 missions will go down, and I need to send a notification to the vendor to come and replace. Usually after using predictive analytics, I need to send a notification, right? But in prescriptive, even the email notification or whatever notification to the vendor will be sent by the algorithm itself. And what should I do after I predicted these missions will go down? So that decision will be taken by the algorithm itself. That is where artificial intelligence will come into picture. So what action to be taken? That can be done using the prescriptive. So deep learning is one of the example which will go and take care of what should happen and what action to be taken after something happens. So all these three analytics are very, very important for any data scientist to understand. And tools wise, if you see, there are different data science tools available in the market, like Python and R programming. Some companies are using, but Python is almost 90%, and R is very, very less, we can say 10%. And that is for only the data volume is like not that much high. If data volume is very high, I want to go and build distributed machine learning platforms, then I need to depend upon Hadoop, Spark, and H2O, these kind of tools. So based on the data volume, my data volume is high, then I will go and use the distributed machine learning tools like Spark, Hadoop, and H2O. My data is not that much bigger, then I can use Python and R are sufficient. And as a data scientist, we should also understand about what is data mining and what is machine learning as well. Every data scientist day-to-day responsibility is to mine the data which they receive, and by analyzing the data, and which is like in various formats, and need to summarize into a useful information that can be utilized by the company to increase their business or revenue and reduce the cost, or sometimes both. And data mining software like Python is one of the common software people use to analyze the data or perform data mining activities in most of the companies. And what is machine learning? So machine learning is a part of data science only, which is a type of artificial intelligence which provides the computers an ability to learn without being especially programmed. We do not need to program anything. The computer will learn from the data, and it will go and act according to the program. And the main focus of for machine learning on the development of the computer programs which they can teach themselves to grow and change when new data is exposed. So I have like 100 house prices data on like each record. I have number of bedrooms, number of bathrooms, like area, and criminal rate in their particular location. So all this data is available, and I want to predict the future. Then I will leverage this 100 prices, and I will train my ML model, and then I'll predict the future. So that is where machine learning will help us to train the algorithms, and each algorithm will help us to go and predict the future by leveraging the machine learning. And one interesting thing which we need to understand in data science is domain wise. So domain wise, if you see, there are many different domains where data science is getting utilized in the market, like healthcare domain, where companies some healthcare companies are already using, like GE Healthcare. They use data science to prioritize their customer claims. And medical fraud. Medical fraud is one of the very common problem or challenge in healthcare domain. How to prevent that? We need to use data science here, and how optimally allocating the medical resources available in our hospital, and how to perform the patient survival analysis, whether the particular patient is going to survive or not. These kind of use cases are very common in healthcare. And coming to consumer financial, credit card fraud, how to mark a credit card transaction is a fraudulent or not. We need to depend upon this consumer financial credit card. There is an algorithm called like anomaly detection. We can leverage that, and we can go and predict the suspicious transactions in my credit card, like transaction. And the construction domain also people are using nowadays, like to predict the design issues, and also like analyze the contract performance. These kind of use cases are very common in construction for data science. And travel domain is also one of the domain where data science people are using, like how to optimally like schedule the aircrafts, and optimally like manage the seat and gate management for a aircraft. And that's about travel domain. Coming to retail domain, Walmart example. Walmart is also using like data science, where they use data science basically for inventory optimization is and demand forecasting. So different like departments will use data science in different areas. And also some retail companies, they use data science to find the best location for their new stores. And also like they use data science for optimizing their product prices. And some companies, supermarket, even use the algorithm called market basket analysis. I will ask one question: how many times you went to a supermarket to buy one product and you end up with full of basket? How many times it
Many
happens?
times.
Every time, right? Almost every time. Even I do that. So that is because that is the strategy of supermarket. They use a a method called market basket analysis. They analyze the customer basket. They'll try to keep some products near to the customer so that they will, if they keep some discount, there is a high probability the customer will buy it. They will analyze the past transactions of the customers and they will try to see which are the most frequently bought products together as a combination, like diapers and wet wipes. If it is just one babies are there in the home, and also sometimes you will go and buy like milk and bread together, or you will buy, like for example, if some people buy biscuits and chocolates together for their kids. So like that, there will be a combination in the previous transactions where the algorithm will go and find out, and it will give the best possible top 10 combinations that we can share with the supermarket management, and they can place their products according to the combinations. So that is how supermarkets are using like a market basket analysis. And manufacturing side, we already discussed just now how to predict the downtime of a machine and which machines will go down. That is also one of the important domain where companies are using data science. Also, some companies only deal with warranty analytics also, so that they can predict the warranty of a particular defective product of a machine, and they can go and reach out the vendor to come and replace in advance so that they can save some money. So warranty analytics in manufacturing is also very common nowadays. And energy utilities domain, where you will have like smart electric meters, which will go and deal with like most of the like electric usage, and also like AC control frequency, like controlling AC frequency whenever there is the temperature has been changed in the room. Every tool and domain, they are doing data science to optimize their environment. And insurance side, you will see like how to predict the claims of the customer, how to go and monitor the agent and branch performance, and how to go and decide the price sensitivity. So all this will be part of insurance domain. And logistics side, you will have demand and forecasting is one of the like a common use case, and route optimization. When they are delivering the products, they will find out the best route to reach out the customer from source to target location. And finally, life science is one of the domain where companies are extensively using like data science for a while, from 1950s and 60s, because they were using this particular data science as a statistical programming to predict their drug demand, and discovering their drugs, and testing their diagnosis of the patient. All these, they use data science, and it became very common. Novartis, pharma companies, many companies, they use data science to improve their business. And apart from that, like these are tools we already discussed about what tools required. And coming to like the IT talent, right? So IT talent hub is a company which we have already like got some information about this. The company is like is a large distributed community of ITs within UK. We provide the training services for more than 10 years since, and in London, and we are located in Ilford, UK, which is can be easily accessible to every learners, and which is nearest to like Queen Elizabeth line, accessible anywhere in London. And we have a dedicated recruitment team who will take care of all the activities. And we have a community, community who believe, and which we will provide like training, and we also provide like recruitment support and job support, and also like we have many different courses which we are offering as part of this particular like trainings. And we have some major clients like where Department of Education is one client, and Cocorio, and London Global Practice. So we have some clients like Transform, where we are dealing with, and test partners also. And apart from that, these are some people who already got placed, and these are the success story, and where some of the like participants who were in the previous trainings, who are already placed, and who are already working. And why we need to choose high talent? We have like already top quality trainers who are like almost like more than 18 years experience, and even including me, I have near 20 years experience in IT, and out of that, since 10 years I'm into data science, and where I'm dealing all the data science trainings related to IT Talent Hub, and the curriculum is specifically designed as per the job market for data science specifically. And even last month also, there were more than 10 students got placed, and we also have an exclusive job support program to help the students after training, and where it will help the participant to go and learn in detail about the job market, and how to go and prepare for the job interviews, and how to learn the important things to crack interview. And we also provide some kind of references, because we already have some connections and links with some other top consultancies and companies in UK. And the dedicated recruitment team is responsible to place our students, and they will work with the students, and they will coordinate, and they will try to support the students. And we also provide live projects with the startup companies, and we'll have interview preparation sessions, and interview guidance sessions. And it is a certification based training. You'll receive certification after the training. And the job placement support is basically where we provide CV preparation support, and a real-time project implementation, and interview support whenever you got an interview. So you will need if any guidance, so we'll be there here to guide you throughout the interview process. And the technical task will be there as assignments to make you comfortable to learn the tools and technologies, and get explore the things. And the training also, we have some similar technologies like data analysis also you can go and apply, not only data science here. And the placement support also will be there, and that you can reach out the admin team who can provide the more information on the data science specifically. And the training will be 2.5 months, and we'll also have a live project for 1 month. And after the assessment is done, after the training and the project submission, you will also have a job support service for 1 month, and where you will get the end-to-end job oriented project implementation, and job support will be there with the technically from my side, as well as we also will get support from the like uh, uh, the team who can support you throughout your job process. And coming to job support services, we have we'll have a client project mentor, who most of the data science side, I'm going to support you in the job support after the training. And also the recruiter will send you the most of the jobs in different companies, and where you need not go and look for the relevant jobs. They will collect them, and they will provide you the links where you can go and apply. And also will get support to prepare your CV and update as per the job market. And once you apply, the roles received from the recruiter, the marketing agent will send you. And you'll also have a CV writer who will prepare your CV, and you can use that and apply the jobs. And once the interview and the project interview is scheduled, you will have a interview support and guidance from me, and as for the data science, which you can reach out, and you can whatever the queries you have as per the part of the interview, so I will guide you